You already know the truth. Stop asking where you stand. Welcome to Stoic Mindset, a sanctuary for those who seek clarity, truth, and inner freedom. I speak to you today not as a voice of modern distraction, but as a philosopher from ancient Greece, reborn in your question, your doubt, your aching need to understand. If you had to ask where you stand, you already know the answer. Have you ever sat in silence and felt a quiet unrest inside you? Have you felt something slightly off, misaligned, but you couldn't quite put it into words, so you asked, "Where do I stand? In your relationship? In your career? In life?" If you had to ask, then you already know. We do not ask about things that are certain. You don't ask if the fire is burning when you feel the heat on your skin. You don't ask if you are in love when your heart races, when your soul lights up at the thought of someone. We only ask when the truth is already whispering inside us, and we're too afraid to listen. That is the essence of this phrase. It is not advice. It is a mirror, reflecting back to you a truth you've been avoiding. When you ask, "Where do I stand in their heart?" what you really mean is, "I don't feel seen there." When you ask, "Is this work meaningful?" what you're truly confessing is that you no longer feel connected to it. When you ask, "Am I on the right path?" it means you feel lost. In our modern world, we are surrounded by noise, but starved of self-awareness. We are trained to seek answers externally, through advice columns, videos, coaches, algorithms, but the greatest philosopher you will ever meet is not out there. It is your own heart, and it has been speaking to you all along. It doesn't shout, it doesn't write books. It simply feels, and hopes you'll finally sit still long enough to hear it. I've seen this throughout my life in ancient Athens, and I see it now in your world. People walking from one place to another, from one person to the next, searching not for truth, but for permission. They want someone to validate the answer they already know. But you do not need permission to live in alignment with yourself. You do not need confirmation of your worth. You already sense where you do not belong. The discomfort you feel when asking that question is not a weakness. It is a signal, a bell, a quiet pull from your deeper self saying, "Wake up." It is not condemning you. It is inviting you. And yet most people run from that invitation. They numb it with distractions, with busyness, with silence too loud to ignore. But if you dare to stop and face it, you will realize something beautiful. That uneasiness is your greatest teacher. It is not here to punish you. It is here to guide you. And once you admit, "I am not where I'm meant to be," you've already taken the first step home. As Marcus Aurelius once said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events." Realize this, and you will find strength. The strength does not come from others telling you where you stand. It comes from trusting what you already feel, and then choosing to act on it. That is the courage most people fear, not the courage to fight, but the courage to walk away from places they've stayed too long. The courage to leave relationships where love has turned into confusion. The courage to move on from careers that no longer ignite the soul. The courage to admit, "I no longer belong here." Let me be clear. I'm not telling you to throw everything away. I am asking you to sit, be silent, and listen. If your heart is asking, "Where do I stand?" don't rush to Google it. Don't text someone to find out. Just listen. You already know. If you're in a relationship where you constantly have to ask if you matter, you don't. If you're in a job where you ask yourself every day if this is your purpose, then it isn't. If you are trying to stay somewhere your soul has already left, then you are not truly alive. And you deserve more than that. Life is too short to play a supporting role in your own story. When you ask, you know. And when you know, do not pretend that you don't. Let that knowing become a decision. Let that decision become a movement. Because if not, it will become a burden, and it will weigh you down day after day, year after year. Those who live in alignment never need to ask where they stand. They feel it, they know it, they embody it, not because someone else told them, but because they dared to listen to the quiet truth inside them and follow it with conviction. So today, if that question is burning in your chest, do not run from it. Do not crowd it out. Sit with it, let it echo through your being. That little voice you've been ignoring, it's the wisest guide you'll ever have. It is saying, "We don't belong here anymore. It's time. Thank you for being here." If this message stirred something in you, share it with someone who might be wrestling with the same silent question. Subscribe to Stoic Mindset, where we don't chase answers. We awaken the philosopher within you to find them. Until next time, remember, your questions are not a weakness. They are light breaking through the cracks. Let them lead you. Goodbye.